Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's racing action here for the historic championship. Tonight we are here at the beautiful French circuit. Of course we are, what a circuit it is, and tonight of course we are in the 19, as you can see here, 78 Lotus. We are here, very nice championship, indeed it is. Here, so it's the 1978 Team Lotus 79, a very nice car, as you can see. We'll show you it. There it is, look on your screen now. Very nice car indeed, absolutely brilliant to see racing tonight. It will be for the generation of this race, of course it will be. We are moments away from trying to find the championship standings. We're here, so just give us a second. We'll try and find the championship standings. Here tonight we'll try and find the championship standings. But what a race it was last week, and I can guarantee I know pretty much who the top two are in the championship tonight. It's between pretty much Dantan and Bundy, who are the top two, who've been two absolutely brilliant drivers throughout this championship, putting in practice because of this quarantine time, and because the time now is because we've all been isolating because of this virus. Loads of people put in practice, and yeah, it should be good. Is Punch, are you here? Because it looks like on my screen you're still loading, like a loading circle's there, so I don't know if he is, but James is here now, and everybody's here now, I think, and ready to go. We're about to get going any second. They're all readying themselves up. We have a couple of minutes before we should be going. We have literally a minute or two before we should be actually going, so should be all good to see. Just waiting. There's one extra space, so if we want the extra space, then it should be good. It should. Just give us a second. Here we go then. In we go. All the drivers now ready and raring to head into the session and go. Now we were supposed to be getting championship point standings up, but I don't think I have the championship point standings. Okay, so we don't have the standings, but we know it's Bundy and Dantan who are near the top of the championship there, and Sonic, and of course Brumi, who may be here tonight, I don't know, up there as well. But here we go then, heading in to the championship race then. We do here, let's see, potential here tonight for a good race. There's hello to the three of you who are watching, very nice indeed to see three people watching. Oh, make that two now, there's one person's just left as we speak. So something I must have said, I know, it's something I must have said. We're going to put both on tonight, because it's the Historic Championship and because they don't have DRS or ERS, we like putting up the little thing at the bottom, which is like the showing you what the speedometer is, because of course there is no ERS. So we, because if we were doing a normal F1 I wouldn't put that up because of the you know what I mean, but we can have that up tonight because there is no cheating, there's just historic cars really. Is it going to be Shadow Britton, the first one out onto circuit, as he potentially can be most of the time? As we're green, we've been green for about 30 seconds now, and here he comes out the pit. Is he first out? I don't think he is. I think there's another car in front of there who's just gone out on track, have they? No, he is the first out. Wow, Sonic Hawk first out here, and these will be easier to drive than last week's cars, as you probably don't know. These are probably easier cars. Yes, it is. It was him, and then Lewis, who is sliding around constantly. Lewis is in this car, trying to get his grip right in this car. But this car is quite easy. It's quite easy to use. Got to say, it's easier than last week's. I'll be honest to say that. It's an easier car to drive than last week's, but still hard, as everyone will find out. It is very temperamental. You have to tap the brake and tap the throttle, as you always do. And I love these cars because you can see them, as you can see now, as we just show you hook on board. I love to see the drivers literally like sitting up. Nowadays they're like slumped and just look like they're just sitting up. I love these cars because they look like they're actually like properly sat up, and it's just really good to see. As Sonic Hawk, Shadow Britain is the first one out on circuit. Everybody's here tonight. Well, 19 out of the 20 who should be in the championship are here tonight. And yeah, so just to give you the facts of last week's championship, because I do have the standings, of course, from last week, if I can find them. After one race, it was Bundy, Broomy, Lee, DCG, Energy Dan, and Luke. So I think tonight it could be the same, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure who's here, who shouldn't be, and all that good stuff. But yeah, after today, they apparently are going to get proper championship standings up and put them on the standing page for this championship. As we're looking now at Sonic Hawk, Shadow Britain. Sorry, Sonic Hawk is the car in front. But look at that. Love to see it. Look, I love to see these cars, and they're very easy. They're easier to drive than last week's. Got to say, if you watched last week's, loads of people were twitching a lot. Loads of people making a few mistakes. I don't think they will be this week, and I think it'll be absolutely brilliant to see the racing. As across the line now comes Shadow Britain to start his first lap. That sound is absolutely brilliant tonight. What a race it's going to be. 19 cars racing tonight. Absolutely going to be brilliant, as he did there down the side straight, 105 miles, 110 sorry, down the straight he did there, as he now whacks it up to 140 miles an hour now, as he does make that 150, as he carries going there, 152 it was there, as he breaks into the first kind of complex of corners in the first sector here. He does. On board will stay actually, 31.0 seconds, not bad time indeed. It's not there for Shadow Britain, but we know that we're going to see probably Lee, Jimbo Manzi, Vironix, Dantan, DCG, and of course Bundy overtake him. But you never know, he could actually pull out the bag tonight, Shadow Britain. They're all even playing field because they're not racing in the F1 2019 cars, which if you were in them, there'd be a way bigger advantage for some of these drivers than the others. But in the classics, everyone's the same kind of car, same kind of person, same kind of car. It's about your ability of driving, so you know. But there are drivers who do on a Friday not all with a car off. I'll look at that now actually. Who was that? Very quickly. I think it was Hole Punch. I think it was Punch. I think it was Punch who just made the mistake, so no it wasn't, because he's just starting the straight he is. I don't know then, but let's go back to Shadow Britain, who's exiting the last corner now. Oh, heading into the last corner, sorry, now I should say. Not really much of a front wing on this car, but it's a lovely car to drive. I've driven it myself on this game. Very hard to drive, but a lovely car to drive. I love driving historic cars, as you can see. As he crosses now and sets a 152, there he does, as Bundy crosses and sets a 51, so Bundy beats him, and so does Jimbo Manzi there. Very nice lap indeed from him. A 53 for James as he goes there. Brumio 53 as well. Dantan a 51-0, is that what I think that says? I think it does. 51-0. Yeah, it does. 51-0. Absolutely, my goodness me. He's pulled that right out the back. But DCG here then. Tavalani comes. What's it going to be here? A 53-3. Puts him, not a bad time there from him, got to be said. Lyronix in the pit lane. He does there. As anyone else on a lap? Lee's on a lap, so we'll check on Lee very quickly as he heads into the chicane car section. Very well done to Lee last night. I've got to give credit to Lee. He was one of the he was probably the only driver from GP3. Sadly, Jimbo Manzi couldn't complete the qualifying yesterday because he disconnected and nobody sent him an invite until just after qualifying finished. But Lee, absolutely brilliant last night. Managed to do amazingly. Come 8th last night, so well done to Lee. Or 8th or 9th last night. So very well done to Lee there for putting in a great display and showing us what it means to be in Division 1, to be in the Prem Series and actually race. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, to everyone who is watching. So hello to the 4 of you who are watching. If you are, please do of course smash a like. And of course do subscribe. And I know some drivers like listening to just the commentators in their ear just so they can hear them as they drive. So hello to all of you who are probably commentators watching as Lee now. Tavalani comes. What's this lap going to be from Lee actually? It's going to be a 52.8. Puts himself in P6, so just behind Shadow Britain. Very nicely indeed, as Bundy goes pole now with a 51.051, which is 0.009 quicker than the last lap there. Oh, sorry, 0.019. Sorry, I do make apologies there. Lewis says, I've never driven with mid traction control. There will be a lot of sliding. Lewis. Oh, you're okay. If you're Lewis. Okay then. So you racing up probably then with full traction control as we look at TNR Frederick as he heads around here. So you're probably with full traction control normally. Good luck. Well, there you go. Good to see. Good luck in the chat to everyone. Yeah, but good luck to everyone actually, because I hate racing with this. I'm good. Okay, so if you want to know, guys, I know I'm going to spoil this, but I normally use medium traction control. I normally use only corners for line on circuit, and that's about it really. But yeah, it's going to be tricky tonight to see what people can do if they don't use medium traction control. I know there's only a few who don't. Mostly all of them use traction control because use a little bit. As we're now looking at the big man, here we are, of Gareth, who is Mad G. Absolutely mad indeed he is, racing tonight. But hello to everyone who is watching. Of course, this is of course the classic series of racing, and of course every week we do this on a Friday, and it will be going to not every round of the championship, of course. We don't do every round, but we do 99.9. We do about 90% of the championships. We do them. So let me tell you where we're going and where we've already been. So we've already been to Brazil and saw Mike Bundy win. We've already been to Spain and seen Mike Bundy come second and Dantan come first. Today we're here in France. Next week we're in Italy with the 1979 Ferrari. Very nice car. The week after we're in Belgium to see the 1982 McLaren, absolutely brilliant. And then the week after that we're in Japan to see the 1988 McLaren, absolutely brilliant cars they are there. So we'll be seeing them too in the next couple of weeks. As we're looking at Mad G now starting on his flying lap. Here we are heading around the sweeping corner here, which I love that corner, absolutely love it. I love this track. It's a car park. We call it car park because of what it is. As he makes a little mistake there out of the corner. Doesn't stop his lap though, so he can keep going and hopefully get a quick lap in here. Can Mad G. Still doing pretty nicely at the moment with what he's got. There's a car in front who gets out of the way. I think that was Lewis getting out of the way there on an out lap. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but he exits the last corner now. This could be not the pole time, but it could be a really good time here from Mad G. Mad G is really looking like he needs to do some good stuff in the championship. A 53.7, puts himself 10th. Lovely lap time there from Mad G. Love it. There indeed it is. So yeah, just to say, we've got, after today we've got Belgium, we've got Italy, Belgium and Japan, and then straight after that we've got the 91 McLaren at Hungary. So absolutely brilliant races coming up we have. And today is no exception, is no different. France is an absolute quality circuit, of course. France is, and we love France. If you don't love France, then where have you been? It's a really nice circuit. They have a problem with the last corner. We'll go to look at that now. I'm trying to go through these cars pretty quickly. I think somebody just completed a lap there. I think that was Broomy there, just moving up to 10th with a 153.2. Very nice. Sorry, 153.3. Sorry, very nice lap there from him. And it was Energy Dan who made the mistake then. Oh, it's not good for him, that wasn't then. Let's see what Electro Dan is. He's not on a lap, he's aborted his lap. Anyone else on a lap here? Oh, they are. Dantan just completed a lap there. 151.069 was his best lap before starting this one. Let's see what he can do then on this one, as he passes a lap, slower car there who's on a slow lap, cool down lap we call it. Because some people, what they like to do is, I don't particularly do it myself because I don't race much. I'm only racing on one championship, of course, on a Tuesday, which I don't want to mention it, but we had the 16 driver. We had an extra driver this week. 16 drivers we had this week, and yeah, I managed to not do very well this week. As I said last week, we really, it was the first round. It was my favourite circuit, Brazil, and this week it was my favourite circuit again, Canada, of course. But I only managed a P11, so I'm back down the championship now, down in P8. I'm now down the championship a tiny bit from my 5th position that I had the first race. I've moved down now to P9, so I'm still up there, but I don't think I'll do well in that championship now. It looks like I'm out of that for the time being. Just a bit of practice I think needs to do, but everyone needs to practice, of course, for these cars. And it's absolutely brilliant. If you haven't watched yet, guys, and you've just joined us, go back through the archives here on Speed Force Racing. Go back to last week's race. What a crazy race that was. I will go back to the Brazilian race because that was a Brazilian Grand Prix as well. That was good with the historic cars as well. Or if you don't want to go back and watch historic cars, you want to watch proper F1 cars, like where are the F1 2019 cars? Go back and watch this week's streams. We all were loving Germany this week, loving Germany. So if you want to go back and watch them, you can do indeed. As out the last corner now comes Dantan. 46 seconds he comes out that last corner, so he's got a little bit of time here. He could even get a sub 150. A 151.181, just off his best time there. 0.1 off his best time there. That's a really good lap there from him. Brilliant lap there from him. Let's see who else is on lap. Lee's on a lap now. He's improved. He's not improved on the first sector, but he's so close to be improving. Lee, every so often here, everybody improves in this race, and I think it's really good to see. Oh, he makes a little mistake there and has cost his lap. As here goes Punch behind him, or Adam, the commentator last night, of course. If you didn't watch that, if you've watched that, then there you go. He's up 2 tenths on his best time then. As here he goes then. Let's see what he can do then as he heads around this corner. But yeah, what a race it should be tonight. It should absolutely be a brilliant race tonight. So yeah, what else do we have to tell you before qualifying's over? With 4 minutes to go of it, it is Bundy, pole position. 2nd, Dantan. 3rd, Jimbo Mansley, great lap from him. 4th, DCG. 5th, Energy Dan. 6th, Electro Dan, sorry, in 5th. 6th is Sensei Martins. James is in 7th. Shadow Britain 8th, and Energy Dan 9th, and Lee 10th. But Hole Punch, did I just see Hole Punch move up? Hole Punch is now 4th. Well, okay, I've got a glitchy game then because my car wasn't across the line when it did it. But okay then. DCG now on a lap. I presume he's actually on where it says on the game. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not, if he's actually in that bit, but here goes Electro down then to start his flying lap. We'll stay on board with him, we will, and see what his lap's going to be. A 51.4 that lap was, absolutely brilliant. Up to 3rd, there he goes, as he now breaks into corner 1 there, because he's now like, yep, I'm done. He's overheated the car a little bit, and the fuel, of course, is a bit of a lot there, but there you go, what a lap from him there. Up he goes. Absolutely brilliantly there, as we're looking at DCG, who's pulling himself into the pits going, yeah, I'm going to cool down in the pit lane, I've had enough. But what a surprise that was from El Energy down there. James on a lap right now as he flies around the sweeping corner here. Love this circuit, absolutely brilliant, I love this circuit. But yeah, if you had to pick here then as we head on. Oh, he's gone off a little bit, but he comes now into the pit lane. He makes a little mistake at the last corner. Well, best circuits to commentate, or best circuits to watch racing at. As Lee now heads into pit lane, everyone's going to head in now, I think, and we're not going to get another probably lap out of everyone. Bundy's just come out, so Bundy will get a lap in. He will indeed, but let me just think. Best F1 circuit to watch racing, like on TV, and I think it's a really good circuit. Has to be the French circuit. This one. I would have to say. Oh, as Lee retires in the pit lane, so Lee says I've had enough and I don't want to do any more qualifying, which is fair enough. Germany. I would have to say. One of the circuits I've got on this calendar, which is Japan. Love Japanese circuit, really do, and I love how they race around it. I do as well. Oh, Electro Dan's left the station. That's going to be a killer for him. And the other one, I may have to say it just because I really do like it, but may have to say it, Singapore. I really like. So they're my three that I love to watch racing at. To race on this game, Brazil, Canada are my two brilliant circuits. I'm really good at them. I just think I'm absolutely good at them. I'm like 99% sure I'm brilliant at them. Just last night, a pit stop cost me. So if you want to know, a pit stop cost me. So kind of annoying, but you know, as there we go with 1 minute to go to the session. So them two, and if I had to say another one, I would race at. I'd have to go with the Austrian circuit. So there you go. They're my three for you, mate, in the chat. But yeah, as we've got a minute to go to the session, as I was just answering a question there, so I'm sorry if I did ramble on a little bit there. But we've got a minute to go. As we're looking at Sonic Hawk now head down the back straight now, losing a bit of time, and as reported as lappers. So Oliver now starts his flying lap. He does, as so does Broomy now starts his flying lap. Is anyone about to finish a lap here? Fredericks is just starting the back straight, so I think he's just starting his flying lap. His only lap he's going to get. Fredericks is here, TNR Fredericks. Sorry, not Fredericks. Here he is, the only lap he's going to get. But yeah, an amazing race, gotta say. Amazing race today it's been. And yeah, it's just going to be what we're going to say here is all. The qualifying is now over, checker flag now come out on the raceway. We do have a few cars in the last sector, so if I can find out who they are for you, I would of course love to show you them, but I can't find them, can I? Nope. Sensei Martin's then about to come to the line and complete his final lap of the session. Out of the last corner now, he turns and down to line as Electro Dan just joins in time, so well done, mate. And crosses 150.22, puts himself in set for a very good lap there from Senna. And of course he's showing us what he can do when he's won loads of GP4 races now, and I think next season he'll be in GP3, but I don't think he really wants to be, maybe. But maybe because of quarantine loads. This Fredericks, a 152 there, very nice lap there, puts himself in 8th. As Bundy does another quick lap there, 151.01, there it is, 151.0110. So that's very good from him. And of course, if we look a bit further down for some cars who are actually on laps, as you can see right now, Broomy to the line, 52.8, puts himself good solid 11th. Good lap from him. Pro Oliver, oh, he's made a mistake. Pro Oliver has. He's lost I think he's lost fuel. He has. It says at the bottom there he's lost fuel. As he's trying to come into the pit lane. Here he is. As the only two other cars is Dantan on a lap and DCG. Where is Dantan on his lap? About to actually come to the line. So we're going to see if Dantan can beat the time of Bundy or not. That may have cost him that car there, but I doubt it has. As he heads now out the last corner to the line. Across it now he comes. A 51.1 does not improve, so does not get the pole position there. He doesn't. And DCG, a 151.8, puts himself 5th, so does improve there very nicely indeed. There it does. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your qualifying over. Very nicely done from all of your cars today who did qualify today. Absolutely bloody brilliant. Got to give credit to everybody today who put on an absolute show there and qualifying very nicely. Indeed they did. And of course, if you are wanting to know any questions, ask me anything, let us know in the comments. And of course, if you do enjoy the Historic Championship and you would love to see this keep going, then smash a like on this. And all we always know, then you do like the Historic Championships we put out for you, and do hit the subscribe button if you are new to the championship and new to, of course, to this league, which is of course Speed Force Racing. As there we go, then qualifying has finished, and I think Senna will be very happy with 7th, maybe a bit annoyed with 7th, but at the same time be happy. I'll take the 7th position, I would indeed. As we're just waiting there, here we go then. So it's Mike Bundy in the lead with a 151.017, 0.059 behind is Dantan, then it's Electro Dan, Jimbo Manzi, DCG, Punch, Senna, Sensei Martins, then it's Frederick, Maggi, James, Broomy, Shadow Britain, Energy Dan, Lee Now, Pro Oliver, Sonic Hawk in 16th, 17th is Ryan Van Doom, 18th is Lewis, and 19th with no lap is Leonix. there it is. As we're waiting now to see what the weather's going to be like for the race. I think it may be a dry race, but I'm not entirely sure. But I guarantee, yep, it's a dry race. Hallelujah! All the drivers will be delighted to hear it's a dry race. They will hear as we're about to get this race underway in a minute. But yeah, it should be an easy one tonight to predict. I think it'll be between the top two again, as we say. But you could get some drivers who practice more in the newer day cars or newer cars and are being better. So, you know, you never know. As we've already had Punch and James put their setups on, so we've got about 8 seconds to go until we should be ready and raring to go. And still loads of drivers who really take a long time to do their setups. It shouldn't take you long, but they do. Oh, every driver's actually done in time, and we're about to go green, and we're green, and away we go for the formation lap. See if we do hit A. Is everyone has to be on the dry tyres because there's only 2 sets of tyres, of course. As for the warm-up lap, we'll go on board with DCG, and we'll just run on board with him to see what he's like on his out lap. Very nice lap, of course it is on this circuit. Got a lovely circuit. It's not long, but it's not the shortest lap, of course, of the calendar. As Jack Bishop says, peeks over the pit wall where I'm. Indeed. Indeed, Jack. Hello, Jack. Hopefully you're doing amazingly, Jack. Having a good time now. Yes, much love to Jack, of course. Used to do loads of commentaries. So, big up Jack. Indeed. JB, of course. Big up him. And now it's me, James, who takes you through the classics here. Oh, we have a car going very slowly there, just going a little bit wide, but everyone's doing alright here as they head around now to complete this here. If you are watching, of course, please do hit the like and would be appreciated. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting race tonight to see what these cars are going to be like. But we do know, as we said throughout the championship so far, that Bundy and Dantan will be your 2 favourites tonight. We don't always say that, but we think we're going to say that tonight. Them 2 favourites, and then just the rest of the field battle it out for 3rd position. Technically, that's going to happen. We don't know that's going to happen, but we've got a sense so far from the 2 rounds we've had so far that could happen again. And the strategy tonight, 27 laps. You could do all 27 on these tyres, of course, but I know in this league you have to do a pit stop. So around lap 15, 16, put a new fresh set of tyres on, out you come, and you'll be all lovely to go racing here. You will. So we're just waiting for all 19 cars to get to the grid and to grid up, and then we'll be ready and raring to go. We're missing, I think that is 5th on the grid. No, we're not. He literally just joined us. Oh, a whole Punch has slowed. Oh, bit of connection issue I think for Punch there. But I think it's glitching on my screen. It's red lights. Now come on here, do the 4 red lights. Now 5, and in 10 seconds we'll be green. We are now green for the F1 2019 Classic Series. We are green, and away we go. Very good start into corner 1 now. They all do. Is everybody okay into corner 1 here? Let's have a look. Has everyone made it round cleanly? Just look in the background very briefly. I think they all have. Yes, indeed, they've all made it round cleanly. Very nice indeed. There it is. There. As we're now looking at the battle here, as we have a little spinner, and that's Fredericks has spun it. He's tapped the side of Senna there, he did, and I don't know if that should be what we say, but very well. He tapped the side of Senna and makes him go wide. Is that Punch off again? And that is as well. Pro Oliver off as well, but everybody else at the top of the field doing their bit at the top here. It's Dantan now, who just got the lead as we just came back from Mike Bundy there. From Bundy there, he did. And now Bundy wants to get it back in down the inside. Now he will. Can he manage down it to get through here? No, he decides not to, as we have battles galore in the background. As James and Broomy still side by side. Here they are. Let's see what happens here. Can Broomy make it past Jamie? I think we have Ryan Van Doom who spun. We do indeed. He spun it and hit the wall. Just a tiny bit there of hitting the wall. He's still wobbling the car there. He's a little bit there, but not a lot. As we're looking now at, as we'll head up a tiny bit to DCG and to St Martins, St Martins, whatever you want to call him. As he's having a look here. Yes, indeed. Where are we are here? It was very nice day. Of course, got to say the wind's not that much, as you can see out the com box. It's not really windy at the circuit today, so not going to affect anything. Not going to get cloudy much, so the attack temperature won't be affected much at all. Indeed, it won't. As let's just see what we've got then. Senna now trying, or is there a battle actually here? Is Jinbei Manzi now trying to get past Electro Dan? Is he actually going to do this? As he goes, they're pretty much side by side. So we'll call it side by side for now. And let's see what Jinbei Manzi can do as he turns into corner one. Doesn't manage to go through there, Jinbei Manzi. So of course, it's not what he really wants to do there. There he doesn't, which is annoying. But you know, you cannot do anything there. As Punch has pitted, so he probably is last Punch. But I have no idea, so I can't be totally to say this. I have no idea if Punch is last or not. Well, maybe at the end of the race somebody can confirm where Punch finishes, but I don't know where he'll be. He's got a sector 2 little spin. Oh, it's Lewis who spun it. Lewis has spun it. That is annoying for Lewis there. He gets back going now. I think this is Punch actually racing there, I think, as Broomy and Lyonix, or Lyonix, yep, are going side by side. Lyonix slides past, so very nice move there for Lyonix. As Lee just loses the position there to James, just a tiny bit there, but here goes Lee again to fight back on James, and can he do it here down the inside of James? In the inside, Lee back through on James. He goes up into P8. Goes Lee, very nice move, but James now down the inside again. He's going to try it again into the sweeping corner. Now is James. Can James get past here? No, he can't. And Lyonix, who's got past Shadow Britain, has he in the background? No, he hasn't. Shadow Britain gets back through. Sorry, Broomy gets past Shadow Britain now, as there's a bit of a lag there as James, Shadow Britain leaves the session. So that is annoying for Shadow Britain there, but his AI car is doing the best he can tonight to see this. As if you are watching, guys, please do of course smash a like and subscribe. It is appreciated. And of course, we have seen this here. As here goes Lee then. Is that Lee's car, or is that... No, it's not. It's Lyonix and James. Lyonix now trying to go past James here. Can he make it stick? Lyonix around the outside. Yes, he can. Brilliant move there in the start line straight. Absolutely brilliant. But a car that can't make it stick, I've got to be said, was Energy down there, who falls down the order a tiny bit there. He does, as he makes a little mistake there. He does, as we now head back up the field. I'm sorry if Punch, you can see him going up and down. Just got to deal with that, I think, tonight. I do apologise. As here goes DCG on Senna. Can DCG get past Senna here? Or will Mad G come and spoil the party? Is Mad G now going to go down the inside? Here goes Mad G then on DCG as he goes down the inside. Now he does. Will he make this move stick? Oh, they touch, and he doesn't make it stick. He's into the wall hard, and I think that may be his race over and done with. I know he hasn't actually finished the race, but it could be one of his races over and done with, as Lee now is side by side with James and gets through. There he does. But what? Oh, we have another cut off. We have a cut off. What happened there? Oh, he's tapped the wall and he's lost the wheel. Has Frederick. There he has. Oh my goodness me, what a race it's turned out to be. We have a safety car out now. Well, a virtual one, of course, in that lap. It's about maybe 40 seconds we've got here, so some cars may do their manual pit stop now. If I was you, I wouldn't do a manual pit stop now, because safety car could come in any time. Some people will do it, but of course I don't think you should. As here goes Electro down then, out the last corner now. We're waiting for the yellow flags to be put away and for green to come out, as DCG there has speed in the pit lane. There he has, which is a bit annoying, but let's see what the cars can do. I think Punch, I don't know where he is in the grid. He might be not where we say he is on 20th. He might not be 20th, but I'm just going to say as we're green again now. So the cars who were coming down the start line straight actually got that spot on they did there. Got it lovely they did there. But yeah, it should be okay today. It might be as... Give it a couple of laps. We'll give it like a lap, and then I will leave the session and join back just see if Punch's car then sorts out on my screen instead of it being a bit glitchy. I know maybe that's a bad thing to do. I may be thinking, nah, just keep Punch glitching. It's fine. We can deal with it. But then you get all these arrows and it really annoys me. So as a commentator's point of view, maybe it'll be fine. But oh, James makes a little mistake. Oh, is James letting Lee pass? Is that what James likes to do, or is that what James doesn't mean to do here? As they go side by side, they're nearly touching. James and Lee, they're nearly touching each other here. Is Lee going to get passed on the inside, outside? No, James keeps the position there. Very nasty indeed. He does keep the position there. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. I'm just literally going to leave the session and join back. Just purely because, and I know this sounds stupid, but he will... it may help with getting the car back in and that, if that makes sense. I have one invite which I'm just joining now, so it'll be like we're literally leaving the session for like 10 seconds. So don't panic anytime soon. Here we go, back in we go then. Back in we go. So hopefully we now know where Punch is, and Punch can be, Adam's car can be fine in the position he's in. I do apologise for this. I know I shouldn't have done it, but we're doing it. So just give me 10 seconds and we'll be back into the game. And hopefully Punch doesn't glitch. If he's glitching, then it's fine. As Frederick has retired from session, of course, we do know that. Yeah. So yeah, Punch is 16th. Okay, Punch is 16th. We say he's 16th on my screen. Oh, Senna Britton has retired in the pit lane. He decided he's had enough of the race then. Didn't think he would be doing that, but he has done, of course. As now we're looking at the field. Now we are as Punch is actually where he needs to be now, so we've got him where we need to be, so we're fine now. 5 laps gone, guys. Here is only battles, real battles. There is a battle actually, and that's between Broomy and James. Is Broomy going to make his way past James here, or is James going to get past Lee? That's the question we've got to know here tonight. If you are here watching this and you are a racer, and you're listening through your speaker or you're listening in your headphones, then hello. Oh, if James makes the mistake that puts Broomy right on his bumper. Now it does. The draft here is crazy. As here goes, will Broomy then slide down the inside, or will he wait? Broomy to the outside line. Now goes Broomy. Will Broomy actually break it into the outside line? Will he get past here, Broomy? No, he decides better of it, Broomy, and stays behind James for the time being, as we really do here. Ryan Van Doom gets a 5-second penalty, a 3-second penalty, sorry, for multiple warnings. As here goes Broomy then down the inside line now for the next corner it will be, and Broomy I think has done it on James. I think he's got through Broomy, let's see, but James makes it a little bit wide but still keeps it side by side just, and Broomy, nice move there from Broomy. He gets through there, he does. He now pulls a little gap of about 0.2 and says yes, we've got through. There we have. Let's go back and look at Ryan Van Doom, who is right on the, or was right on the back of the battle in front with Energy Dan, but on Energy Dan, but I don't think he is anymore. So he's not as Punch. As we're looking at stops here, everybody as well. Okay then, yeah, we had a glitch then with Punch. But into the pits comes Energy Dan actually, just do a pit stop, as we have a Sector 3 spinner. So I can't say who that is at the moment, can I? No, there was yellow flags out of Sector 3, I don't know why that was, but let's have a look and see what Lyonix can do, and see what he can do here on Senna Martins, or Sensei Martins here. Let's see what he can do here as he goes into the section, the S section here. As DCG's in the pits as well, by the way. Lyonix now right on the back of Senna. Can he make his way past Sensei Martins here? As this is, by the way, the Easter half term, the Easter holidays, so it should be, if you're all having a good Easter, hopefully you are, here tonight. Shadow Wilson, that is terrible. That's terrible to hear. Nobody likes to do it, but here he goes then, does Leonix. Down the inside goes Leonix on Senna Martins. Sensei Martins, is he going to make it through? He does indeed. Brilliant move there on Senna. He goes through there and absolutely rockets away. Not rockets away, but gets away there. He does from him there, who is a little bit closer now to the back. And this is the closest battle we have on circuit, by the way. It is. Senna gets a little bit of a penalty there because he cut the curb there. It's annoying. I hate lag on this game. I had a laggy game once, and it was absolutely awful. But yeah, it wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't good. But Damtown 1:53.0 there. Very nice lap indeed. And yeah, we are all good to go. We are here, absolutely all good to go. We are here. Amazing. Here they are then, as Senna Martin's a little bit further back now, but the battle now is between Punch and Lewis. Can Punch, or Adam if you want to know, get past here and rocket his way up the field? Here he can. Absolutely brilliant. Here he goes then, does Punch on Lewis. Lewis, I think, said he's never raced much on medium traction control, so it could be a first, it could be like a driver. Oh, they touch, and Punch goes down the inside and makes the move just stick. Just there he does, but can. No, he just makes it stick there. Here we do, as they're coming around now, they are here into the last corner. Had to do the right thing and retire before ruining someone else's race. It's so annoying. 100%, 100% it is annoying. I've done it before and it is bloody annoying. And yeah, if you're looking into indeed he will, Jack will be back with open arms. It is kind of Hidden Lee's league, would you be honest to say? And so yeah, we will be opening our arms, and I'll be honestly saying as well, as here goes Lewis then to try and get past Punch again down this straight, but can't do it there, he can't. But this is the only pass we've got, by the way, and it is open arms there for Jack. If we do agree, if you ever want to come back, Jack, and ever want to go because of this, what a move there from Lewis. Through he goes, past Punch. Very nice indeed there he does, as Punch now trying to get back through, but he makes a mistake, goes wide, and he is not, I don't know if that's going to cost him a little bit of time. It cost him about 3 or 4 attempts there. They were 0.3 and it's now 0.6, so you've got 3 attempts there. It made a little bit of a loss there, it was, as they break now into the corner, and he's closed up, but I don't think he's close enough. There he's not. One second, guys. as I speak now, they're going side by side. They are here. What's going to happen here between Punch and Lewis? Punch now going to try and keep the position, but Lewis is trying to fight back, and I think Lewis has got it, has he? I don't think Lewis actually has the position. I think Punch gets it, does he? I think Punch will get it back. Yep, Punch gets it because Lewis is being the driver he should be, and lets Punch get it as they touch again. That's their third time tonight that they have touched. By the way, as I think that's Punch, Lewis going a little bit wide there, and Punch has got the position. Now it's a second gap now Punch has got, and I think Lewis now is going to go into the hands of Mad G, and maybe Mad G will slide his way through and get past. But yeah, should be interesting here as TNR Frederick has retired on session. Yeah, it's all good to see there, but not by much here. But here goes your leader now. 3.6 second gap between him and Bundy. It is from Dantan to Bundy after 10 laps. On to 10 laps now we are. Electro down third. Of course, he is here 2 seconds back. 1.6 seconds back from him is Jimbo Manzi, and then Lyonix is 5 seconds back and just set the fastest lap of the race he has. So very, very nice racing this is indeed from all of these guys. There wasn't really... Oh, Ryan Van Doom has decided to retire in the pit lane. Don't know why he's done that, really, because it was up in a good position, 10th. Maybe he just didn't really get used to the car and didn't think he was good enough for the car. I don't know. Don't want to quote because I have no idea. As Punch goes up now with the positions, as everyone now heads up. But here goes Mad G now on Lewis. As Mad G now... I think Lewis is a kind of... Okay, I think it's the first time I've seen Lewis, so I don't know if Lewis is a proper driver for our leagues, but what Lewis is, he's a clean driver who likes to be adventurous, okay, who likes to go down the inside moves where there isn't a gap sometimes, and he just clips the curb, so he clips the car, that's what I'm trying to say. So he's an adventurous driver, but other than that, I think he's a really good, I think he's a clean driver at the moment, so better see what happens for the rest of the race here. As on board with Mad G we go, to see if he can get past Lewis here, we will. As crossing the line now comes DCG, and sorry, DCG just passed the car in the pit lane now and heads into corner one now. He does, as Mad G now gets the throttle down and gets the slipstream coming off the car in front of Lewis. Very good slipstream this is here, and he goes now for the move on Lewis. Here he does. Can he make this stick here? Can Mad G down the inside of Lewis? He wants to get this done pretty quickly, and he's done it. But Lewis, we know from experience so far, will cut back and try and get through, and he does indeed. There tries, but says nope, I can't get past there. I'll try again later. That my mum wanted me to garden so she could go out the house and buy me some water, because that's what she do. But yeah, gardening's pretty boring really. So then I do it for second, then 2 hours talking to Dan. That was fine. What about you? There it is then. So as we can see now, not really many battles in the field. Sorry about that. Just had something to do, but yeah, no real battles in the field at the moment. Lewis is the only closest battle at the moment. He is, well, actually he's not. Closest battle at the moment is between Brumi and Lee. Lee is 1.29 seconds behind Lee. Brumi is. So maybe that is the only battle we've got. Here it is. As they head around in here, they do. Yeah, it's closest battle we've got this. So can he get through, or will Lee just stay here? And as I said earlier, if you didn't know, I predicted we'll be having pit stops for most of the cars on lap 14, 15, round 14, 15, 16. So they'll be coming in, getting their pit stops done and all that. Yeah, well done, Lewis. As a few cars are heading in now, actually, they are just 2 cars actually heading in now to get their pit stops done. But yeah, it's interesting to see the race today in this perspective because it's different cars and everybody doesn't know if they're going to do well or not on them, but they should do. It should be good today. It should. As I'm out the last corner now comes Brumi. Will this mean, if you can see when Electro Dan comes out, will this mean that Brumi and that will get Electro Dan in front of them or just behind them? Just behind Electro Dan, just behind Brumi. Here he is on fresh rubber. Has to have a couple of little has to have a little bit of time to get used to the rubber, but looks alright here. It does as James right behind him gets Lyonix. So here goes Energy Electro Dan. Brilliant move there. Past Brumi he goes. And now puts the throttle down and away he goes. So very nice move that was indeed. As he can't the pits and literally right behind the car he was like, right, I want to get past this minimal fuss. He does, and off he goes on his way. But then you know Brumi, he'll come back at him straight away and fight. So not too much to talk about. Here it is, it's lovely to see. But yeah, it's good to see today all racing going on lovely jubbly. Today it is, and hope you're all having a good week. Hope you all had a good week this week of the second, well, technically the second full week of quarantine. It was indeed. Second full week of staying at home, pretty much it was. Hopefully you had a good second week. Potentially it's actually our third week because we actually said on, I think it was like a Wednesday to stay at home, and then on the Friday they called off the schools, so yeah, that was it. So it's kind of potentially good. But Bundy with the fastest lap now, a 1:52.6, very nice there from them two as they now break away out the last corner. Manzi crosses in third. Jimbo Manzi, what a race this will be from him. Senna in the pit lane now, he is, and I said the battle between Senna and Lee was going to be hotting up here. It's now between Lee and Punch, now between Lee and Electro Dan, sorry it is for this, but no, Lee's coming to the pit lane as well, so Electro Dan will get the position here as James is now in as well. Made a little mistake there, he did, but does manage to come into the pit lane and get his pit stop. Let's actually see how quick the pit stops are from on board from these kind of cameras, and we'll give you the good insight here to what they look like. It's a shame for James here because he has to let a car pass, which is a very big shame for James. There it was, he had to let a car pass. He didn't really want to do that, he didn't, as but he did. As out he comes now, as Lewis now pulls into the pit lane. He does indeed, as we have a battle still between Senna now and Pro Oliver, but the battle we were looking at a minute ago is not anymore going. So just to give you an idea, after pretty much first pit stops of the day, most cars have done pit stops now, it is Dantan in the lead from Bundy, from Jimbo Manzi, from Jimmy, from Electro Dan, from Brumi, from Lyonix, Pro in 6th, Pro Oliver 7th, Senna Martins in 8th, Sonic Hawk in 9th, and Lee in 10th. So there's your top 10. It is interesting to see, really. Here it is. We've lost Ryan Van Doom because he just couldn't get on with these cars, I think, and just pitted. Shadow Britton pitted because he had a bit of lag. Shadow Britton, pitted and had a bit of lag. And Frederick in 19th managed to come out the last second chicane and spin it straight away and crash it into the wall, which is a very shame for him there. But into the pits now comes Dantan and does Manzi. This could let Bundy actually get away, and I think here, because the laps are about 20 seconds, I would say, that Bundy, pit stops to 20 seconds here, Bundy could win this. Bundy has to get a good gap here. He already has a 19-second gap over Dantan, who literally just pulled out the pits now and flies away. But I don't know, but here goes Senna then on Pro Oliver. Pro Oliver still hasn't pitted yet, so Senna's in a great position here for him. He is here. We have James, I think, spinning in the last corner, but before we do go to James, or spin we've had in the last sector, here we go side by side, and has Senna got past Pro Oliver? He has. Very nice move there from Senna. It was there, and there's Pro Oliver, look, as we can see on board of him now, just letting Senna past, as Lee just gets past Brumi there with minimum effort and minimal effect. Brumi was coming up the pit lane, I think he was, and he breezed past him there, he did. Let's go up to the top now and see the gap between the top two, as James is retired. Is that in the pits, or is that... No, it's in the pit lane, okay. So another car retiring in the pit lane there. So here's your leader, Here's second, just coming out of the second chicane. So I think your leader will lose the lead if he pits this lap. He will lose the lead by a second. It's a second. It's a margin like that, which we have to cope with here. Is he going to come into the pit lane? Yes, indeed he is. Or is he, though? Because we're not actually at that corner yet. I thought we were near that corner, but we're not. Now we are. Is he going to come in this time? He is. He comes in. Now well, not yet. Now gets the activation, so brakes now for the activation, and he now will have to hope that he can get out in front here of Dantan, or if Dantan's done the undercut, which has worked perfectly for Dantan here. Well, let's see what happens here then. It's right at the end of the pit lane, so it's quite good actually to see this as a very quick stop there. That is. That was about 4 seconds. Has Dantan just done something that I think Dantan's done the undercut and it worked? So well done to Dantan, he did the undercut and it worked. And yes, what is the gap when he does come out? 2.8 seconds. So it was from the pit activation to the pit exit about 22 to 23 seconds. So not bad at all really, but he's done alright there, Bundy. He's still out in second, here he is, which you can't say much more. Hot as Punch comes into the pit lane, so a few cars go past here. What is Lee going to do here? Is Brumi actually trying to catch up with Lee or not? Well, let's see. No, well, he is closing as Energy Dan gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But Brumi is really close to the back of Lee. Here he is. I love to see it. We love to see it. Here we do. And if there's any one of you who are watching who wants to commentate on any championship of ours and you're not racing tonight and you're a commentator of anything, then let us know in the comments or even message SFR_Lee now 88 on PS4 or find Lee now somewhere on our on there, and you can find us and you can talk to us about racing, of course you can, and comment him and see if you want to be commentator of our league. You can be commentator on a Friday night. It's a very nice one to commentate on. It is indeed this race. Here it is. Here is in the background, Punch and Sonic Hawk just had was side by side, and Punch has just got through. But here goes Sonic Hawk again. Will he make it through this time? No, he's close enough, but he didn't decide to do it. A 1:52.1 for Dantan there on his first flying lap out of the pits. So very nice indeed there it was. So didn't actually do it. Oh, just to tell everybody, we've only had a virtual safety car. So if you're wondering what have we had so far, if you're just tuning in, virtual safety car is all we've had. We've not even had a safety car yet, and that's amazing. For 16 laps of racing is absolutely amazing. We still only have one car who still probably needs to pit again, which will be Mad G. Everyone else, or maybe DCG as well, everyone else has pitted, so very nice indeed here. What can Brumi do though? It's just slipstream. I think he just doesn't get the slipstream down the starting straight because Lee's quick enough to break the slipstream. But yeah, Brumi now looking to get past Lee, but will he? It's close battle on circuit we've got, by the way. The other one close to Sonic Hawk and Punch. Keep an eye on that one as well. Everyone else is pretty much consistently doing alright, but I still can't believe it. As here he goes, then does does Brumi now? Is he going to go side by side? They do now go side by side. No, he backs off. He backs off before the chicane. Very nice play there, that is, because you could sometimes crash somebody out of the chicane, which I will respect him for doing that. But will he now try as he heads down the straight now to come past or not? He's got his... he's had the pit stops, that's why it's green on my screen. That's why I didn't realise. But what is going to happen here for Brumi? Is he going to make it through down the sweeping corner? Well, they're really close together. There are two cars there, one on your screen there. You just leave the screen now. So they're very close together. There they are. Will he manage to make it through? I don't know. Lyonix a 1:53.687. So quickest lap for him of the race there. Brilliantly to see. And DCG gets another 3-second time penalty, 3-second time penalty, sorry, for multiple warnings. There he does. But here goes Broomy then out the last corner now. Lee makes a little mistake and goes a little bit wide, but wouldn't cost you much. It will only cost you like 0.1, 0. Maybe 0.1. So not a lot of time at all there, it won't. Maybe 0.1, 0.09. It was just something like that. But yeah, as Lee now is makes another mistake, Lee does, but that doesn't cost any time because Broomy was a little bit too far back at the time and not adventurous enough to go through and overtake him. Here he didn't, as you can see right now, as Broomy now makes his way around this beautiful circuit, gotta say. Here he does. Will he overtake Lee? This is the closest pass we've got, that's why I'm keeping on it. Here this time, let's go on board actually and see if he actually gets the not the view, but the speed and time to get past here. Will he make it past? No, indeed he won't. But Lee makes a tiny mistake and Broomy thought, right, I'm going to brake a bit later then. But could not make it through there, couldn't Broomy. As your leader of the race, by the way, Dantan, if I can find Dantan, crosses, heads out of corner 1 now, into corner 1 now goes Bundy. He's closing the gap. It was 3.4 seconds, it's now 3 seconds, so it could be closing now, but I doubt it. There's Electro Dan, there's Jimbo Manzi, who's right in there with them. I'm looking now at Broomy, who's made a little mistake, Broomy has. And you can't see it, but he's not close enough to Lee now to nowadays F1 terms to get DRS. So he's not close enough, I don't think, to get the proper full slipstream, but he'll get a little bit of slipstream nonetheless. And because of all of this, Magiz is closing in and nearly on the back of them to have a little battle with them as well. So give it a couple of laps, and maybe if these two keep squabbling over positions, now I know they're not really fighting, but they kind of are fighting, Magiz could close in. Broomy looks really close there into the corner. He tried it but couldn't do it. Little twitch there from Broomy, but Broomy keeps it going quite nicely there. The tiniest of twitches, just like a tiny little wobble. You probably couldn't see it on the screen, but I saw it on my screen if you didn't know. But yeah, thank you very much for everyone for watching today. Good to see everybody here in the chat watching. It was amazing to see you all here. Please do like this and do subscribe, of course. As Broomy here right on the back now, 0.2. This is closed up. It has to be a good one here. Can Broomy, as we head on board with him, actually make it through here? He does the same again. He brakes later than Lee and just closes up, but then doesn't really close enough. And because of this, the gap, actually Magiz may have made a mistake because the gap's gone up to 3.8, so there may have been a mistake there for Magiz, but I'm not entirely sure. As Punch and Sonic are battling, side by side they go, and Punch just lets Sonic through. So very nice move there from Sonic Hawk. Well, I don't know if Punch let him through or made a mistake, I don't know really. That is something I don't know, so I can't confirm or deny what I just said, if that makes sense. But back to Broomy we go, and Lee, credit to Lee, he's got a better exit on the last corner, and I think it may just be that simply every lap he does that. But I think that may be just the reason what it is. Back we go just a tiny bit to this Punch battle and Sonic Hawk. I don't think Magiz will come in, of course, or Energy down. As here we go down inside. Has Punch got the room to actually make it stick here? As they both go side by side now, Sonic Hawk and Punch. Sonic Hawk goes a little bit wide, but still technically side by side with Punch. And Punch has made it through. Very nice move there from Punch. Through past Sonic Hawk he goes. Lovely job there. He does. And will Sonic Hawk try in the corner when he will, but not really. As now Broomy, what's he doing? Right on the back of Lee now he is. And we have another battle at the front now between, which is closing in even rapider, which is between Lyonix and Jimbo Manzi. Here we do. Jimbo now, I don't think really wants to get Lyonix past as the top two head into the last corner. Now they do, and about to start lap number 20 they are here. So we've got 8 to go when they cross the line, as they now exit the last corner. Now they do, across the line they come now, and we now have 8 laps to go. We do have this Grand Prix. Let us know in the comments your thoughts of how you think the Grand Prix has gone so far, because I think it's gone absolutely brilliantly tonight. As Lyonix now, across the line they come now to Jimbo and Lyonix. Little gap's gone up, which is a surprise, but Brumi has closed that gap to 0.3, and I think he's sticking that gap for the long term. Here he is. I think he's sticking that gap for the long term. Here they do, as here goes Brumi then across the line now. What's it going to be now? We're going to stay on board for a little bit of this lap we are, just to see actually what happens here, because this is the closest battle on circuit. Being close, but not close enough. I think Lee may be doing what some people do, and you race and then flick quickly back to look behind you and then quickly look forward. Maybe it's a quick glance to say, oh, he's close but not close enough. And the gap now has rapidly gone back up to 0.6. It was 0.2 a second ago there. Jimbo Manzi and Lyonix are side by side as they break into the chicane, to the hairpin now, or chicane. Chicane, sorry. And Lyonix makes it through. Lovely move there from him. There he has, and that was a good, well, the move's done, there it is. What about this one, as the top lot now heading to the last corner now they do, and about to start lap 21 already. We will get back to your leader in a second and show you a bit of a battling for the top lot, but there's not really been much battling for the top. As we say, it's pretty much stayed the same the whole race between Dantan, Bundy, Electro Dan, and that is about it. They're the only three who've stayed the same consistently throughout the race. It has here. And yeah, it's been a very, very good race so far. If you have enjoyed, then that's good to know, and please do smash like as always, because it is appreciated, of course. But yeah, an absolute brilliant race indeed it is, as Brumi the gap has gone up to about a second now, so it is pushing each lap up. It's each lap it's going up, so it's not really consistent, if that makes sense. It's going between 1 and 0.5 each lap, but here goes Jimbo Manzi. He's closed that gap down from 0.8 sorry, to 2 tenths. He's going to go and try down the inside. No, he's going to wait till after the chicane. Here he is, as you just heard in the foreground there. That was Electro Dan, just there it was. So he's there, look, and there in the background there, battling away. The battling, I think, is making him pull away a little bit, because it's now up to nearly 6 seconds, up to 5.3 instead of the 5 seconds it was before, when Lyonix was actually a bit further away from Jimbo Manzi. Sorry, was a bit further away. So it's gone up a tiny bit here. It has, as here goes Jimbo Manzi then. Here it had, very nice indeed, Jimbo Manzi. Breaks into the corner now, he does. Out of the corner now they come, and it's gone back up now to 0.7 sorry, but this is the closest pass we have on circuit. Let's now, as we haven't done this in ages, head back up to look at your leader of the race, and here he is now, breaking into corner 1 now, goes Dantan, sorry. A lovely job from Dantan today, a very nice job. And there's Bundy in second, closing that gap actually. It was 3 seconds a second ago, it's now 2.1, so there may be I don't know. I've seen this happen before, where Electro Dan slows a bit, but then it will pick up the pace. He will. As you can see now, Jimbo. Manzi is right on the back of Lyonix again, but quickly here's third Electro Dan. Very nice to see him here, and it's clouding over, so it could be rain coming, or it just could be that it's going to be cloudier and the track's going to be a little bit cooler than it was before. parts of the circuit here was Dantan makes a penalty. Oh no, that's not what he wants to see there for Dantan. He's made a mistake. Dantan has a DCG retires in the pit lane. DCG has retired in the pit lane. That is not good for DCG there. He has. Oh no, he hasn't. He's retired at the S's. Sorry, my bad. As we have a safety car out because of it. So if we see the top two now, I'll show you where his car is because they're about to head past it now. Down this little section they come into this bit here. You probably can't see it. Look, but on the side there, he spins it into the wall and he's retired from the race. DCG has there, but the safety car is now coming out. So I don't know. Maybe it's a. So yeah, safety car coming out. So I'm going to quickly go and do something. Go for the because yeah, I need to desperately go to the toilet. So I'll be back in a second, and you guys can see the guys here. Very good this strategies for Ionics, for Mad-G and for Energy Dan, because they will get fresh tyres. They will then. But yeah, let's. I'll leave you guys with the safety car for a bit, and I'll be back in a minute. So I'm back, everybody. We've just had the little excursion there. Sorry if I whistled for a second there, but we are back and we are now ready and raring to go. So just to tell you that it is only the top about 5 who are behind the safety, 4 sorry, who are behind the safety car. Everyone else is trying to catch up still. The guys who haven't pitted yet, who should do, are Mad-G and Energy Dan. I think Mad-G and Energy Dan did pit. If they didn't, then that's a mistake on their behalf. There it is. Will they manage it this lap? Will they come in this lap then? Will they come in? No, Mad-G stays out, and I think Energy Dan stays out as well. So that's a mistake from them too. They've got 20 laps and 17 laps. Now I know you're thinking you can manage a whole race, you can indeed, with the tyres, but that is a long time, 20 laps and 17. Maybe I would have said to pit as a DCG leaves the session now he does, and that means that we're migrating hosts, which is a bit annoying, but that's sometimes what happens. Will it be this lap or will it be next for the safety car here? We do, just to say, have 1, 2, 3, about 5 cars, maybe 6, who have not come behind the safety car yet, like caught up. But other than that, I think we're ready and raring to go for the top. I think, let me just check. So 14th hasn't, 13th definitely hasn't, 12th hasn't, 11th hasn't, 10th hasn't, but 9th has. So everyone from 9th upwards has been behind the safety car now. Mad G, that has made a terrible mistake there. He has. I think he should have pitted because his tyres will be very worn compared to everyone else's, but he knows he has a big enough gap to probably do it. Let's see then. We will know any second now if the safety car is coming in. No, he's not. He's staying out for another lap then, so that'll be 3 laps behind the safety car as he pulls into the last corner now. Out of it he comes, and away he comes. I think Mad G really should have pitted, and so should have Energy Down, but they haven't, which is a bit of the annoying. There is the safety car flies across the line, and so do these historic cars here. So 3 to go now. We will have 2 lap sprint. We will after this lap, and I think we'll get that 2 lap sprint. I'm entirely entitled to say that, but I think we'll get the 2 lap sprint in, and I think it'll be a good chaotic 2 laps. 5-second penalty for Energy Down for speeding under the safety car. For a track limit, sorry, not speeding the safety car, what am I saying? For track limits, extending track limits. There he does. There's a safety car here, is around here. Let us know your drivers of the day, ladies and gentlemen, here in the comments. Let us know them. So we do have another comment just come through saying GP2 top 3. Indeed they are. GP2 are top 3. Hello James Braden, hopefully you're having a lovely day and hopefully you're alright. Yep, I'm just checking if my mic was working, it definitely is. So yeah, this is last lap behind the safety car, and then we'll have a 2 lap sprint for you guys to enjoy, and then we will try and get maybe a driver in, but yeah, maybe a driver in. Maybe a driver into the call and talk to him. So if Dantan wants to join, I think we'll get Dantan, Bundy and Electro down in. I hopefully think they'll both all join. If it stays like that, by the way, it might not. It might be. It won't be Energy Down though, because he's way down the order and just got another penalty. But if it's not Electro Down, if it's Jimbo Manzi, we'll bring him in. If it's not him, it's Senna, we'll bring them in. But of course, we know we will here as there it is. The safety car says it was coming in. It's coming in this time. It is here, and everybody anticipations are high. They are here, but can we see a good restart here? We literally only have 2 to go after this one, so should be good here. As I'm Wildcat Rob Buddy, driver of the day, probably Dantan. He seems to be controlled the race well. He has indeed. And just to say to everybody, here is your places gained and places lost for your drivers. 13 for Ionix, 7 for Lee, as the leader now enters the final corner. Now he turns out the final corner now. What's he doing? We're green, we're back underway now racing as they cross the line now for 2 to go, 2 laps to go, and we're green. But this is going to be tricky then for Bundy to see if Electro Dan can get through. Electro Dan down the outside line. This is going to be a bold move, he can do it. No he can't, he says no. There he does, Jimbo Manzi in 4th with Senna right behind. And that, but Electro Dan makes a mistake, and that could let Bundy through. That could let him through, and I think it does let Jimbo Manzi through actually, and maybe even Senna through as well. So he's not going to get a podium. Senna now probably knows that. It's like, right, I'll get past Jimbo Manzi here, I get a podium, and it'll be a good podium in this championship. There you go, there's your points gained. Now I'm just going to put you on there. If probably don't need to know this, guys, but I'm doing absolutely fine today. It's one of the better days of mine. For me, really, this is, as here goes Ionix then, out of the last corner now he comes. Out that corner he comes now, and trying to get past Senna, here he comes. Is he going to do it here, Ionix? Ionix down the inside, brakes, touches Senna. That sounds wrong, that sounded a mad sentence, touches his car, but gets through nicely. And Ionix now has this to get past Jimbo Manzi. Has to get past Jimbo, or else he doesn't get a podium here. That's kind of how it works, I think. I'm sorry to say this here, but I think that's how it works here, as all 14, I think, are in a line now, they are. Pretty much, oh, they all are. Very nice. It's a very nice race here with Energy Down and Magi are side by side. I think Energy Dan's just got through as he was. Magi going to get the position back. Pro Oliver gets back through. Yeah, I know. Okay, so there he does, as Punch makes a little mistake and heads off the circuit and is out of the running now for contention of any points. But yeah, very nice race indeed. Here is what is Jimbo got. He's got a gap of 0.7 here, and I think Lyonix may even get that third position now, guys, from him. Fourth, sorry, from him, and maybe make that third, as we're now starting last lap, as the white flag is now out here, as 14th now crosses, and that is it. Put away now, the white flag is. So white flag is out here on circuit. It is. We have we have this lap to go, and then we crown a winner here at the circuit for the Classic Championship this year. Let's see who that is then. Gonna be but yeah, hopefully we'll have a good week. As here he goes, then does Lyonix. Is he gonna? No, he doesn't. So maybe the little next straight we've got, and maybe then the next couple of corners we'll find out if he can overtake Jimbo and get that podium. Jimbo would love to get a podium there, but here he goes, Lyonix. Here he does, down the inside now. He looks to try and go. He goes now down the inside. Is he gonna make it stick? What a move, he's got past Jimbo, and he now knows he's got the podium sorted. But what about Dantan? He has a penalty as well. I don't know if Bundy does, but he has a penalty he does there. But he has a good gap though. It's into the last corner now, he turns. Out of that corner now he comes, and now breaks into the second to last corner. He will any second now. And then he will have literally one more turn, and we'll be crowning a winner here. We will, as out the last corner he comes. Dantan, for now, will be winning the race. Wins your French Grand Prix, does Dantan, for now. But second is Bundy, and will take the win instead. Energy Dan at 4. Whoa, my goodness me, Vironix doesn't get it. Jimbo Manzi gets it because he had a penalty. How sad is that? Look at this here, absolutely brilliant there, Raceway, as there's 14th now across Lewis. And that is your race. We're looking at Broomy now in P8, he finished. What a crazy last 2 laps because of the safety car. That makes it interesting, and we had only one safety car and one virtual safety car in 27 laps, St. Gibbons, so that is unbelievable racing. There it is, as there's your leader, look. He points to the thing there, does Bundy. He's like, yes indeed, I've won it. He does there, but look at it. Believe it, there's your podium. As we literally have. Yes, Senna, P6, amazing drive, mate. There it is, the champagne's done. Put away, as there's your top 3, look, on the podium, looking very nice indeed there, with their cars and their stuff. So it was Bundy who won it with a best lap of a 51.489. In the time it took him to do this was 53 minutes 27 seconds, .285. Dantan second, Jimbo Manzi third, Lyonix fourth, Pro Oliver fifth, sixth for Senna, Sensei Martins, Lee seventh, eighth Broomy, ninth Electro Dan, 10th Sonic Hawk, Magi 11th, 12th Punch, 13th Lewis, and Energy Dan, DCG, James, Ryan Van Doom, Fredericks, and Shadow Britton were your retirements. So there indeed you go. So just to say, I will invite the top 2 here, I will, because I don't think I have Jimbo Manzi as a friend. I'm sorry, Jimbo, if you want to talk, you can talk in a second. But let's now add them to the call. Add them to the party site, and we will get a chat with them again. Now, I know Bundy joins because he talked to us last week and the week before about how performances have been key to his success. And I think it was just, again, as I said, just before the safety car came out, it was a little mistake from Dantan that cost him the win. And it's, again, I hate saying it, unlucky. But it's TNR Dantan. Well, it should be. It's not TNR. I don't know what Dantan is actually, but let's have a look at some others very quickly. Where have we go? M Bundy, there he is. Is it T? I don't think it's T. I don't know where Dantan is now. Oh, it's NFR, Dantan. There we go. Them two can get an invite. And what about Jimbo? Let's do it anyway. Why the hell not? I don't think I have Jimbo as a friend, do I? Let's just go down to Joe. I don't think I even have any friends with Joe, do I? I do, but I don't have Jimbo. Okay, we'll have to invite him. Is it 1M, Jimbo? Let me just quickly have a look. Oh yeah, of course you can. Give me just 2 seconds. I don't even think it'll pop up, will it? And then of course we'll just invite one last person if that's alright before we start Bundy. Sorry about this guys, I do apologise, but we're going to have somebody who is very excited to join here because he came 6th, so we're going to invite a 6th guy as well because we can. Hello. Just waiting for one more. There we go.
Well done, Bundy.
Cheers, mate. Good race.
Yeah. Looked a lot closer than it should have been at the end.
Just one. Yep, that's the car. Right then, well done Bundy for winning the race.
Thank you.
How do you think that went then?
Yeah, it was an alright. The car was alright today. Much better than the last 2 weeks' cars. Yeah, I mean, Dan really should have won. He just got done by a penalty. And the safety car at the end, which went on far too long, I thought. Extra 2 laps really than we needed. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I'm surprised, but so you're saying Dan should have won it though?
Yeah, well, he pretty much led the whole race. I only led, I think, 1 lap. And then, obviously, because of the penalty that he had, yeah, I won basically because of penalties, so.
Yeah, but it was your luck then, really, that made you win that race. So, yeah, well done. Just back to the quick question, back to you. Did you think the strategy was going to work? You overcutting, like coming in second?
No. The only reason I did that is because a couple of people had pitted, come out of the pits just before I was about to pit on that lap. Dan pitted, but I was like, after last week where I got screwed over by the pit lane, and someone pit in the lap before, I thought I'd go when no one else was in the pits.
Okay. Because it looked like you were trying to come in before him and come after, sorry, and maybe get out in front.
No, I knew straight away as soon as like from the second sector time that Dan posted on the gap between us, I was not going to jump him. So.
Okay. But you're still surprised that you won that then?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you anyway for joining. We'll talk in a second. But Jimbo, well done for coming third. It must have been tough. It must have been tricky for that last like 4 or 5 laps to try and keep Lyonix. I think it was behind you.
Yeah, I think without the safety car, I'd not be on the podium for sure. But quite happy to finally finish a race. And yeah, I suppose these things happen with safety cars at the end, and it's down to he who does or doesn't have penalties at the end. But no, it was a good race. Good to keep battle at the start with Electra Dan was quite fun, sort of just for the first couple of laps. Nice and close, and then yeah, a little bit of a battle with Lyrionics at the end as well. Sort of he got past, and then typical of France, it's really hard to drop someone unless they kind of make a mistake. So yeah, it was good, but just happy to walk away with a handful of points.
Yeah, because it looked really good, you two battling. Did you? I know you did know, but were you aware of Electro Dan, like the gaps between you two, and that you were going to get the third, or not?
I didn't know I was going to get third because the last time I checked Lyrionics, he didn't have any penalties. And then I thought, well, if Senna could have kept him behind for a little bit longer, I might be able to just hold him off until the end. But he put a great move on me going into the fast right-handers towards the end of the lap. And yeah, I had no idea. I thought I was going to take P4 once he got past, but at that point I was too focused on finishing the race and not checking penalties. I knew Electro Dan had some. Mm-hmm. I knew I'd pinch his position if I could stay close enough. So yeah, it was decent result, I suppose you can say, and just fortunate to have not picked up a penalty. I picked up my second warning on the safety car restart going into turn 1, so I was kind of like on edge for the rest of the race then.
Yeah, it must have been the last battle that you said with him overtaking you, because he got a 3-second time penalty, Lyrionics.
Ah, right.
Lyonix, okay. So it must have been the battle you had with him then, where he overtook you.
Possibly, but the racing was great, really, really close, but really fair. So yeah, it's nice to have a good battle like that.
Yeah, and then somebody who didn't finish on the podium, but who is very happy.
Oh yeah.
Senna. Finishing P6.
Yeah, finally finishing a race.
Yeah, and some very good battles as well.
Yeah, I had some very good battles in the beginning with DCG. There was awesome battles.
Yeah, so how do you think it went then for today?
It was like the car was much better than the weeks before. I really felt like I had more downforce and stuff, and I really enjoyed it. I had a very good start, taking 2 cars in ones already, and then I don't know why the safety car came. I think for DCG retiring in the pit lane, so I found that a bit strange. And I was so mad at the moment because I had 6-second penalty, and I knew like guys in front didn't have penalties, the drivers behind didn't have penalties. So I'm still very happy that I could stay on P6.
Yeah, well, very well done. It was.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was well done to all of you, I've got to say, because I couldn't keep the pace you were doing and keep clean. So, well done. So just before the save, do you think your pit stop was the right time, or?
Mine? Oh.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the best to do around lap 11, lap 12.
Yeah, because when you came in, you were P5, and when you came out,
I was in front of a group of 4 or 5 behind me. So
yeah, you were P8 when you came out.
Yeah, so I then lost a lot of time or places there. So yeah, I think it was the right moment to pit.
Yeah, well done to all of you. I'm going to ask the same question to all 3 of you now. But if you don't know where we are next week, just to tell everybody, we're in the car on the screen right now, which is the 1979 Ferrari at Italy. So, Senna, are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, I think there isn't a lot better things than driving an old Ferrari on Italy, so I'm really gonna enjoy that one.
Yeah, you looking for some more points?
Hopefully I can pick up some points, but let's just hope I can get to the finish line again.
And the same question. The same question for you, Jimbo. Are you looking forward to next week in the Ferrari?
Yeah, as long as it's all right going in a straight line and doesn't torque steer for the first 4 gears, and I get through turn 1 alive, then yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good race. I watched a video clip of a completely different bunch of cars going into turn 1 in Monza on Twitter the other day, and that just looked horrifying for the first 3 corners. So
oh yeah, I saw that. I saw something like
be
that.
interesting, but yeah, an old Ferrari at Italy. It's yeah, very seasonal. So it's going to be good. Going to be good. So just a bit of a Monza's a bit of a, I suppose, a bit more of a boring track for things like the overtakes and the battles that we get at France and Brazil and stuff like that. But at the same time, the long straights could promote a little bit closer action, because before the safety car tonight, the cars were quite split out.
Yeah.
So we may see a bit closer racing.
Yeah, because before the safety car, I think there was like 4 different groups of cars on circuit. So yeah, and like the leader was like 30 seconds ahead of like last place as well. So kind of shows.
Yeah.
Tonight. And the same question for you, Bundy. Do you think you're gonna do well next week and maybe potentially win again?
I don't know. I know Dan Tan will be trying to beat me next week again. So it'll definitely be a tough fight. I just need to. It's going to be whoever gets into turn 1 first, really, on the last lap is probably going to win. So
yeah. So if you want to know the next couple of rounds, it is Italy next week, then it's Belgium in the 92 McLaren, so 82 McLaren, sorry, and then it's the 88 McLaren Japan after that. So they're your next 3 rounds.
Not looking forward to Japan. That's me.
No, I don't think many people will be looking forward to Japan, really, because that's a very tight circuit. But thanks again for all 3 of you joining. That is it then for your historic cars tonight. As we said, we'll be back next week with the Italian Grand Prix for these historic classes in the Ferrari 1979 Ferrari. So join us for that, and of course join us on Monday for GP4 when they kick off the week of racing. So from me, James, it's goodbye, and we'll see you again next week. So goodbye.
See you later, guys.